Okay, now we're ready to roll out. Mines it is, and the Silly Ducks Revolution starting up north.
Yep, and their opponent's PvP2 starting down south, and as you mentioned, the PvP side going for Tier 2 Bison, whereas their opponents, the Silly Ducks Revolution, going for that GW Panther.
Right. So yes, the Bison is there,
yeah,
pretty much.
Although I really don't think the Bison will have too much impact.
Oh, it won't. It won't. And look at that, such a light setup. There is not a single heavy tank on the PvP side.
Wow.
It's all like lights, pretty much. Okay, so you've got a T71, like light tier 7, pretty much. Of course, that's the tier point compensation for the Bison. And then you've got an MX13, tier 8, and all T69s, pretty much. So not a single heavy tank out there.
Yeah.
So an extremely mobile sort of setup here, and on the Silly Ducks Revolution side, they kept it pretty mobile as well. Oh boy!
Lord Ketchup. Oh, getting taken down.
Lord Ketchup is out. Okay, so the Panzer 1C is out on the Silly Ducks side.
Yeah, and on PvP, he actually Little Mac here getting taken down, taking a lot of damage actually.
Yeah, Little Mac did take quite a bit of punishment, but he's still pretty much alive.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so a little bit of a... So I wasn't expecting this. So yeah, PvP2 went for two only one?
Yeah, T71.
T71 light tank.
Well, I mean, they had to because of the Bison. So to compensate for tier points here, pretty much. They obviously could not go for another MX13 or a WZ132. So the T71, well, basically, it's arguably the best tier 7 light out there. So definitely just offering a good combination of mobility and firepower for its class. So it can definitely stand up its ground to an MX13, for instance.
Definitely.
Well. Now we're gonna have to wait and see. Now, speaking of MX13, you've got Batman, who was out there on the northern edge of that southern island, but Big the Budo here, who did take some artillery fire a little bit, so he's about down to 50% hit points. And taking another shot here.
Another shot. Actually, Sniper Elite 501 actually doing some damage.
Yep.
Some great damage actually.
Exactly. So the T69 definitely used to good advantage, and wisely enough, he finally decides to take cover here.
Yep. So PvP2 right now, PvP Super Friends, excuse me. They're kind of camping. They have they have that one T71 up in the kind of in the center of the hilltop, and they have the rest of the T69s camping the base just in case Silly Ducks decide to actually flank around the hilltop or go.
Well, either from the Western Island, being covered by Batman,
exactly.
or the Eastern Village as well. So very, very wise spread out. I've got to say from the PvP side. And when it comes to Silly Ducks, not surprising enough, they camped their Panther all the way up north of that Western Island.
Yeah.
And it's being protected by T69, so it's going to be very hard to take out that piece of SPG for the PvP side. So a pretty standard stalemate, I've got to say.
Actually, the T69 that's guarding him, Big the Budo, is actually quite low. So if they
Batman doesn't know that though, because Batman, who's like at the northernmost point or the southernmost point of that Western Island, he doesn't know that yet.
No, I think he knows because his teammates did damage on him. So
speaking of Batman, he's actually progressing towards the C69 as we speak. I wish like we could have a camera switch to the Western Island because he's on the hunt.
Yeah,
he's on the hunt.
Shot. If he plays it perfectly, he could take that.
Well, yeah, because I mean, most importantly, it's just like taking out that SPG. That's like really, really crucial. If that Panther gets taken out, it's pretty much game over for the Silly Ducks. So Batman knows what's going on right now. So he decided to retreat a little bit, but he definitely knows what's going on and what's at stake here.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Sniper Elite as well, backing up Batman. But right now, they have to be careful because a lot of the members, actually most of the members of Silly Ducks, are actually guarding that northern path.
Well, they're guarding the SPG very well. But if Batman manages to take out the T69, then really it could give him an opening.
It could.
Or at least keep the Panther busy enough so that the remaining tanks that are squatting the base of the hill can actually charge in without being bothered by the Panther. So I think a lot of it's on Batman right now.
Yeah, and actually the T71 on the PvP side moving up to support Batman over there on the island. So they could go for a two-man push.
And they should. I think they should, because the T69, as you mentioned, is pretty low on hit points. So I think two light tanks might do the trick. I mean, the MX-13 and the T-71 combined could actually just amount to something here.
Because so we have to wait and see what they decide to do. But in the meantime, not much.
And that Panther has nowhere to hide.
Yeah, here they go.
Okay, here they go.
Yeah, they take it out.
That's the push that we were expecting. And right now, that Panther now is just.
Yeah, this artillery's in trouble. Yeah, he's in trouble. Obelisk gonna get taken out.
Panther's gonna get taken out, and that's it. Oh, brilliantly done. Of course, Little Mac was blown to bits.
Was so worth it.
But it was so worth it. Yeah. And guess what? Batman's still very much alive.
Yeah, PvP2 is pushing now.
Yeah, and Big the Buddha was taken out as well. So a T-69 down. That really looks like PvP is gonna take it.
Yeah, definitely PvP now pushing in towards this hilltop area. Steel Ducks looking in a little bit of a tough situation because they are completely outnumbered right now, but they're going to take the fight to them.
They've got the big guns. They still have the big guns. I mean, let's not forget they still have the T-32, so they got to pull this off like really, really well. A shot, missed.
Really? Oh, getting taken out.
And look at that. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for Gauvin. It doesn't look good for Gauvin at all. Like it's a 3-on-1 here.
So actually, Slade is playing this perfectly because what they did is they realized. Oh,
brilliant! Okay, so the T-32 goes down, but still, honestly, I can't just yet give it to PvP because Silly Ducks like really played this well. I mean, they used their extra firepower to a good advantage here.
Because actually, Silly Ducks, what they knew is that they knew that PvP were gonna push. Soon.
Exactly, because of their superior firepower.
Exactly. So and what they did was they grouped up and actually.
And look at that. The T-69 now is being hunted down. As a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hydro just definitely not looking
Batman
good.
Going for a base capture, I think.
I think so. Well, it's just they got to keep him busy.
Yeah, they do. So actually, it's not really that big of an advantage actually towards PvP. They only have one more tank.
Well, they just lost those two T-69s a little too quickly though, but there's nothing they could have done either. Okay, so
Hydro Rex now gonna get taken out.
Yeah, Hydro Rex here. It's 2-on-1, so it doesn't look good for him at all. Like he's gone. So now it's only basically Batman's the only tier 8 alive.
Actually, I feel like.
I think honestly, like when I just when that Panther was taken out, I really thought PvP was just gonna steamroll this, but I wasn't counting on those T-69s left, and especially the T-32.
Yeah.
And it's just like when you cruise around like those 3 tanks, like you've got so much extra firepower compared to your opponents, because what was really the undoing of PvP, despite their brilliant strategy when it came to taking out the Panther, was that they were all spread out.
Yeah.
They were all spread out. Had they been regrouped, they could have like sort of
just all pushed all together towards
But the thing is, they were spread out because they had to take out the Panther. Exactly. So that was their undoing. And right now, I gotta agree with you. I really, unless there's a miracle happening, unless Batman pulls something incredible off the hat.
It's one light tank versus 2 T-69.
Exactly. So
he's actually doing pretty decent damage on Cody.
But but he's got to get out of there.
Here, coming in the
he's got to get out of there because, I mean, okay, what can you do right now?
He realizes that he can't just sit there. So Batman actually moving out towards this rock area. He has to be careful of this shot right here. Bane actually missing.
He does get it, but that's not going to be enough.
Actually, oh no, but he has a shot.
That's not going to be enough. That's not going to be enough. He's a sitting duck here.
Yeah, one more shot will do it, but actually could Batman take out Bane before he goes down? If he does that, then actually could end up in a tie.
Look at that, Batman being cheeky here, and look at that Bison now firing shots, but I don't think that's going to be enough still.
Probably getting taken out here by Timoti.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough. Okay, Batman is out, so that's pretty much game over.
Yeah, pretty much game over unless a miracle happens, unless that Bison again.
I don't believe in miracles, my friend.
Yeah, unless Commander, what's his name? Mart. Yeah, unless
Muerte. Commander Muerte, Commander Death, but
unless he get like 5 shots straight on.
And he won't. He won't. Yeah. He doesn't even have eyes on target.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Silly Ducks Revolution.
You know what? Like, really, I gotta say, what a play by Silly Ducks as well, because they were really under pressure.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, they was just like I really thought they would lose this.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, but they really did. Use their extra firepower to brilliant advantage here as well, just taking out the lone T-69s because they focused their firepower on the T-69s that were left on the PvP side, and because they were just spread out, like one there, one here pretty much, and
one on the island,
exactly,
one on the other
like
side,
one on the hilltop as well, so
exactly.
they were all spread out, and then again, they had no other choice but to spread out, tactically speaking. So honestly,
Silly Ducks just play that perfectly, actually.
There's really not anything wrong that was done by PvP. Actually, they played brilliantly, but I gotta say that Silly Ducks, like really their composure is pretty much outstanding, and that's probably why they made all the way to the quarters and lost against Night Eagles.
Yeah.
Pretty much, but definitely proving their quality. So far, a greatly entertaining match. I mean, obviously, like PvP2 it's a crippling.
But I mean, these sets are going so close. I mean,
it is very close.
Like, even the first set, they could
which
have
is
gone
why
either way.
I gotta say,